everyone, how's it going? I'm Carl and this is Waterside Fishing Adventures. Sit back and enjoy the trip. So today we're off to Womack staithe. Gonna have a little look around there, hopefully there's a spot to fish. Not too packed or anything like that and not too many boats in, so we can get a spot to fish. And let's go down there and see what we can catch. I'm gonna put the feeder rod out and we'll go from there really. So I'll spin you around, show you a little bit on the way in, and then I'll see you on the bank. So here's the staithe, fairly clear, water's high, nothing unusual. We'll have a little wander through and then we'll pick a spot to fish, I think. Got a chap fishing down on the end, by the looks of things, just down there. If it's caught anything, but I think we're going to set up in this open water and we'll have a go here, I think. So a quick wander around the staithe, let you see what's what. Public toilets are there, for some reason they're locked today, and you've got a few boats on the edge here. You go down close, go clear, that water is crystal clear. This is not going to help us with the fishing, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we've got a chap fishing down here now, and they're setting up by those things. Got a few boats in. Got shops and stuff down that end. We parked there. So let's get some gear on. See if we can start catching a few fish. Got the main shop and stuff down there. A few boats parked up. And most of the staithe is really quiet. A solitary duck coming down here to say hello. Hello, Mr. Duck. I haven't got any food, if that's what you're thinking. So yeah, we just got to pick a spot really. I'd like to fish over the far back end there, but with the boats and stuff going past, I'd have to reel in every time, and there's not really much I can do, so that's not a good idea. So we'll fish mid-water, close in. We'll try all different places, see if we can catch a few fish. So this is us. Got the first cast out, a couple of maggots on, dipped in the old ground bait, and let's start building up a swim and see what we can do. Only literally just cast it out and just put it down, so haven't had any taps or nothing yet. So we've got some other people down to the right setting up as well. Probably going to be piking there, most people will be piking this time of year. Chap down to the left is on his pole. So hopefully we can get this tip to go round. It makes a change for me to actually be able to show you everything. Being a daytime video, I've been asked to do some daytime videos, so getting up early in the morning and getting out there and doing some daytime ones. So bait wise today, we've got the old tub of sweet corn. We've got a nice load of maggots, the old wrigglers. Ground bait's already mixed up from a previous session. Got a tub of worms and a spare tub of sweet corn if we need it. We'll keep going through these, keep casting out for a few casts. It's going to take 5 or 6 casts to get a bit of ground bait out there, and then hopefully we'll start getting a few bites. This is our setup for the day. So there's a couple of people just down in the end there, they're setting up as well. And then we've got a chap down this end fishing as well. So let's get into it. See if we can start producing a few fish. So we're on our first cast, so not expecting too much straight away till we start building up a swim. So, this is what we're going with. Nice double hair rig sweet corn, and then down to the feeder. Feeder full of ground bait. Got about a foot between the feeder and the sweet corn today. And we're going to try that first, and then in fact start producing a few bites, then we'll make it longer and longer until we find a bigger fish in the shoal basically. I've got a tree on the far bank I'm aiming at. I'm gonna sort of start fishing in the middle really. So let's get down there and hopefully start getting some bites. So I'm literally going to cast probably every 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning, just to make sure we get some ground bait down there, a bit of feed down there, and hopefully start getting a few bites. And then as we start picking up a few bites, I'll slow down slightly on the feed and we'll sort of go from there really. But hopefully we'll start getting a few bites fairly quickly and start bringing in a few fish for everyone to see. Obviously can't guarantee this, so I'll do my best as I normally do. Nice day at the moment. It's nice overcast skies and stuff like that, but not cold, plenty warm enough. Not much going on, the odd boats going past. And like I say, got some chaps to the right, I reckon they're pike and by the looks of things. And a chap to the left, out on the pole I think. So hopefully someone's going to catch. And we'll go from there. So I've had the first couple of casts. Nothing happening yet, I haven't seen no line bites or even any normal bites. But obviously like I say, we've got to try and build up a swim. Fish are not always there straight away. I'm fishing sort of just before mid-river at the moment. And I'll give that a go there for the first hour or so. If I can't seem to get any fish then I'll drop quite short and see if there's any fish down in front of me. It's fairly deep here, so there should be a few fish about. Hopefully we'll start getting a few bites and bring in some fish. Might have been an idea to bring a float rod as well really, and you know, sort of fish down in front of me, but no, I'm out on the ledges today. That's all I brought with me. So that's what we're going to be doing. So hopefully things will start to pick up. We'll start bringing in a few fish. Well, I've had a few more casts out in the middle, and doesn't seem to be anything in the way of fish. So I've been feeding up a near margin, just the other side of a boat I'm next to, and I might just bring it in and drop one short and see if we can get any indications down there. Is anything down there? Just looking in the water and looking around, can see a few what I think are bream bubbles coming up in different areas, but not sure yet. Got a boat to the right of us now about to go out, so I'll put you on and let you see that go through. Oh, I just saw an indication of a fish where we're casting. Could be good. It's on the surface, and I'm not quite sure how deep it is out there, but it's not shallow. It could be a case of that mean a few fish are moving in. Sometimes that takes, a fair few casts, sometimes 10, 12 casts to get a bit of ground bait down on the bottom, and get a few people get a few fish grubbing around trying to find your bait. Hopefully that's a sign we're going to get a few bites. And there's out in the distance there, the boat coming through. Going for a nice old cruise down the river by the looks of things. Shouldn't disturb our lines are sunk down, so it's not really going to make a lot of difference. This is going out at a nice sensible speed. A lot of them don't, as you've probably seen in my other videos. Go flying through, but a big old wash through the swim. We've all got to share the water and all be sensible about it. Yeah, so they're off on a nice trip down the river. Right, where this boat is to the left of me here, I've been feeding at sort of 45-degree angle from where I'm sitting, and I'm now going to drop a feeder down there, see if we get any quicker bites, and give it a couple of casts, and if there's nothing down there then I'll go back to the swimmers out in the middle. So we're down on the close in spot now. Literally just put it down, so nothing's happening yet. But I'm definitely seeing more bubbles, sort of rod length and a half out, which I'm guessing are fish. That's probably where most people sit here, on a pole or something like that, or float fishing. It's probably roughly where they're fishing. So it might have been fed along here over the last few days and stuff like that. So I don't obviously know who was here yesterday, day before, whatever, or weekend. So I don't know what bait's down there, how much has been put out. So we'll just keep moving the baits around and until we find some fish, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Haven't seen anyone else catch anything yet either. They've got the old pike rods out. You probably can't see them, but one of the chaps has got one mid-water in level with them boats you can see over there, and then the other chap's got one out on the point there on the bottom. Nice big frozen baits by the looks of things. So hopefully between all of us someone's going to catch some fish. Chap behind me sitting there on a little whip or a pole, fishing in between the boats and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I could scale down and fish maggot if I need to, and catch some smaller fish, but I'm targeting sort of bream and tench really. In the bigger sizes hopefully. That's the plan. You never know, you might be very lucky and get a carp, but not sure about that one. There's not too many in the Broads, but I have seen them at Hickland Broad before. But we're not really near there at the moment. Well, I had a good little go close in, sort of 15-20 minutes. Nothing seemed to be happening down there. Obviously, remember, I've got big double sweep going on. I'm not fishing on maggots, so I've gone back out into me middle of the river spot, and I'm going to keep getting the old groundbait down there, and hopefully some bream and stuff will move in. Just speaking to a chap who's been here since early morning, and it had 12 roach. Obviously, on the maggot and that, you can sit there and probably get a few more bites, which we have got if we need to do that, but really I'm trying to pull out a couple of the bigger fish, hopefully. Obviously I don't want to just sit here all day with no bites, but I've got to put some hours in and give it a good go. And as you know, in some of our videos, sometimes that pays off. You end up with some nice big fish. So we'll just keep casting every 10 minutes or so out there, build up some groundbait on the bottom, and hopefully some fish will move onto it. Don't know why it's quiet. You'd expect it to be fishing well. All the boat traffic and stuff like that was all quieting down, and there's not a lot of activity going on, so you'd expect it to be fishing fairly well, but hard to say. Got a swan going mental down the bottom there. Probably see. Don't know if it's having a wash or just having a mental one. It's going for it. Flapping its wings, banging its head in the water. Oh, we just had our first bite. That's good. That's what we want. Let's try and keep the swan in the... Right, let's get the bite, shall we? So hopefully this is going to go around any second. That was a good sharp little knock, like a roach would do, not a bream pull round sort of thing. I'll get over that swan, that's going crazy. I can't get you both in the picture. There we go, we can watch for bites and we can see the swan at the same time. Come on in, fishies. Normally I get like little taps on the tip of the rod where they're attacking the feeder and trying to get the groundbait out, but that's not happening at the moment. Oh, here we go. Come on, go round. Give us a fish to start off. Let's get rid of the blank. Hopefully we can turn this into a fish. Obviously needs a way for it to pick up properly and take the rod round before I strike. It's not absolutely going for it, it's just a little tug here and there. Like I say, the little sharp bites are normally roach, but I'll be quite happy with a big roach. Or, you know, a nice stamp, some nice size roach. Don't know what's the matter with the swan. It's not happy. I don't think the boys down there are probably happy with that, splashing around all in their swim. Sort of attacking the back of itself. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's not caught up in anything or anything like that. Come on, fishy, take it. I might find that they just don't want tweak one today. I might have to switch over to maggots or worms and see if I can get a few more bites that way. But I normally find that the bigger fish take the sweet one. Got a swan and a couple of other birds coming to say hello. It's going to go straight for my line, that swan, if it's not looking properly. Hello, Mr. Swan, how you doing? Nothing seems to be coming of that bite at the moment. I think I did see me line. It's actually swimming around me line. They're clever, really, aren't they? I think it's going to be time to have a recast in a minute. Might actually try fishing the far bank, see if there's anything out over there. Well, I don't want to move my feed around too much. I've already got a close in line going and one out in the middle, so don't need to be putting feed all over the place. Just need to work out where we're going to get a few bites and keep feeding there. Seeing the odd fish top further out, but nothing to be too excited about. Still got a swan over the back there, and obviously the one that just came past us, just going along this inside bank. Just want to see the old tip go round. Don't mind if there's a roach. I just want to get something and work out where they're feeding, if they're going to feed. Only trouble with this place is like a little drive around here and people can come through and back out and see what you're doing. So you get a little bit of that. I'm trying 3/4 of the way over now, towards the other side, but there's still not really much happening. I had one little knock. And I've been fishing over an hour now, so Got a bit of bait down there. Squeezing on the bait, starting to keep me going. Swan, I think I'm going to feed him, I think. He'll come right up to me. So where are these fishies? Well, no bites yet. No proper bites. I'm getting the odd tap, but it could just be leaves hitting the line or weed or something like that. The people to the right are gone, people to the left are gone, so I think that might be saying that there's not many fish about and there normally is. Been here sort of hour and a half now and no fish. I've tried right over the other side, I've tried 3/4 of the way, halfway, I've tried close in down here and no fish to show for it yet. I had a couple of little knocks, and like I say, nothing's pulled the rod around, and I've been able to strike into it and been really good. But we'll keep pushing along, keep casting out, keep baiting up that same spot. Every now and again I'll drop short and come into this swim down here where I've been feeding up as well. I'm chucking a handful down there every 15 minutes, little handful of corn, little handful of maggots, and hopefully building up a swim down there as well. It's about really all I can do at the moment. There's not really much else I can do apart from just keep trying like I always do. Not very often I have a quiet day like this though. It's not very often I come down the Broads full stop and don't have 30, 40, 50 fish. But obviously I'm not going for the little ones, so I have got maggots on at the moment there. And that's not even producing little rudd or anything like that. So it's a bit quiet around here at the moment. Haven't seen any pike coming out and smashing the surface and taking any little rudd or anything like that either. So maybe there's just no fish in this area at the moment. It's the trouble with the Broads. Broads is such a big place that you could be on miles of water with no fish, but you'd expect there to be fish in most of it, wouldn't you? So we'll keep plugging away, keep working that ground bit out, build up a spot, and hopefully at some point that rod's going to start keep going round. We're going to hook a few fish and turn the session good. That's the plan. So we ain't really done 2 hours yet, so sometimes that can be like that, and then all of a sudden that'll switch on and we'll start catching fish. But it's not looking too good at the moment. But it doesn't mean I only need to get that one bite and I will be holding up that big fish. So let's just keep plugging away and see what we can do. So we just had our first proper bite, and that was definitely a bite. Nice jagged bite, like a roachy sort of bite. So hopefully this is going to go round and we're going to be into a fish with a bit of luck. Could be fish attacking the feeder as well, but my guess that they're attacking the maggots. So let's hope this tip's going to go round and we'll bring up our first fish with a bit of luck. Fair few people driving around today. Little dust cart people have just come past and emptying all the bins and stuff. So it's still busy even though it's winter. But not so many boats at all, just in the one boat. Plenty of birds, swans and ducks and all sorts of things around the edges of the trees and stuff. So I've got things to do while I'm waiting for a bite, but we're here to catch fish, so hopefully that's what we're going to do. As you can probably see, there's a few boats turning up. Two have just gone past, have just come down the river and sort of spun round and they're going back down again. But not quite sure why. I think gone through and off down the other river. But still no fish yet, but we're trying really hard. Yep, it's definitely getting busy. Wish the fishing was as well there. I had a really good bite just now. Pulled the rod round, but nothing came of it. Came in and maggots were all chewed. So it could have been a smaller fish. I'm not sure, but get it back out there again. And see if we can get another bite and actually result in a fish. That's pretty much where I'm fishing. Just roughly on the halfway mark, just before. Sometimes and just after other times. I'm keeping it in a sort of 2 or 3 metre circle sort of thing. The fish are all down there. Hopefully. Big old bird flying about up here. Turned into a really hot summer's day now. Sun's cooking my face. Getting the odd bite now, but I still ain't had a fish. Time's ticking away. Been here about 3 hours now. We're doing our best, and that's all we can do. I'll keep casting every 10-15 minutes. And I'm getting little nibbles now, which are off small fish, I think. Don't think the hook's small enough to hook them. But nothing big has turned up yet. Getting absolutely cooked by this umbrella, by the sun. I've had to put the umbrella to the side so it's not burning the side of my face. Wind picked up a bit. Getting the odd sharp little bite now. I'm wondering whether I should scale down hook size and put a couple of maggots on and see if I can hook a couple of these smaller fish, which should probably roach, rudd, that sort of thing. So, had to scale down. So we've gone down to a small hook, a couple of maggots. Let's see what that does. Let's get it out there. I'm getting a few bites now. See if we can pick up a few small fish. Whew, that's turned into a crazy hot day. I could take my coating off really, but I've got the old umbrella here, just shading the sun out my eyes. Otherwise that'd be blinding me. That's still getting me a bit, reflecting off the water. But as you saw, we scaled down to 14 hook and double maggot. Keeps doing stuff surfacing in front of me. Got a lot of debris and stuff going down the river at the moment, which is a bit of a pain, but I just thought I'd put a double maggot out there, and I might try a worm as well and just see if we can hook whatever we're getting bites off. The bigger bream and stuff didn't seem to be sitting around or haven't had any bites from them, I don't think. I think it's rudd and roach and that sort of thing, because the bites are quite sharp little bites. So we'll carry on and hopefully the next bite will hit and land a fish. There's a few people about, got a couple of people behind me sitting in their cars and that watching me. Got people to my right with their deck chairs and stuff out. So yeah, people are out here just enjoying ourselves really. That's us, we're just sitting out there like that. And hopefully this is going to go round. Keep punching the feeder out to sort of mid-water. Same sort of areas all the time. Should give us a bite. Got a bit of a wind coming sort of from the right hand side. Down the river, sort of across into my face. But that's welcome because this sun is really hot. Been a lovely day to be out on the Sib. But there's only so many days in the week where I can do stuff, but I will be out because I've got boat videos to do as well. There's fishing ones. So if you like fishing, you like seeing boats and like seeing the wildlife and stuff like that, then tune in to see some of them as well. The shop over to my right at the staithe is very busy. There's cars in and out literally every 5 minutes. Fisherman wise, I'm the only one here. There was a few here this morning, but just me today through the daytime. It's after 1 o'clock now, and I've been here since about 10:30, I think it was. I did go to a different spot to start with, and it was absolutely jam-packed, so I came here instead. So now all we need is to get a couple of bites and start landing some fish. Got a big old heron sitting down there in a tree. It's a long away from me, but I've zoomed in just so you can see it on camera. Come flying across the swim, making loads of noises. Normally if they're about, there's normally a few fish about, so let's see if he do any diving and start taking fish off the top and stuff. More boats coming in. I've got the double maggot sitting out there, but I haven't actually had a bite on it. It's crazy because when I had the big hook on and I put like 5 maggots on, I started to get a few bites. So we've got the heron sitting down there to the right on the tree. Plenty of other bigger birds passing us above. And ducks down to the right as well. Someone else is not going to park up, they're just turning around and going back down by lots of things. A lot of people seem to do that. I wonder why they don't carry on down the river. Wow, we're really struggling today, aren't we? It's quite unusual for me. I can normally find a few fish. But we ain't done yet. Let's keep still fighting away. It's going to be a case of just trying to beat the blank, I think. The way things are going. I think I'm going to have a drop short again. See if there's anything down there. Got a chap join me out in the river there. Actually fly fishing by the looks of things. he's going after. Got a nice boat. Interesting to see someone fishing the far bank. Hopefully you don't mind being filmed. Don't know if he's going for big rod and roach on the surface or pike. I wouldn't have thought there'd be any trout around here, but there might be. Hopefully one of us is going to get a fish. Still got the rod out there sitting in the middle and still putting the grain back down. Got a big bunch of maggots on at the moment. If I don't get a bite of this cast, I'm going to switch over to worm. Definitely very, very hard work today though. Still seeing some smaller fish topping out in the middle there. There's the heron. Just flew over the trees over in the right hand corner there. Very surprised we're not getting bites on maggots out here. I was when I had the other rig on. I don't really understand. They had a much bigger hook on that one. Chap's just going to drift across the whole section, I think. It's the way to do it, isn't it? Could do the same with my boat really, but I thought I'd come and feed a fish here today. You'll see me fishing out on my boat soon. So, still nothing happened. Still got the chap on the far bank doing a bit of fly fishing. I didn't seem to have anything. Then we good old goes drifted right across the river. Some lovely spots over there to go at. I think I'll get over there with my boat at some point. But where are these fish? Definitely not taking the maggots. Be interested to know what he's going for, because I don't think there's any trout or anything in here. But if anyone knows, let me know. It could be going for big rod on the surface, or even pike. Still a spot over to my right where I keep seeing bubbles come up. Might have to have a cast over that way soon if nothing happens, because it's been a while now. I'm very surprised my swim's not taken off, to be honest. I think I'm going to bring it in and put a worm on and give that a go. I'll let you keep watching this chat while I have a recast. You never know, you might get something. Maggot's not even chewed, which is unusual. Little fish normally grab hold of them. You know, little rough and stuff like that. Let's dig a worm out. See if a worm makes any difference. I'm going to go too big. Just going to go for a sensible size worm. What I call a medium sort of size. That sort of size. So we'll give that a go. Ground bait on and see if that produces anything. Cause a lot of big lumps of reeds and all sorts going down the river. I don't really want to be landing in amongst them. Oh, I went a bit short that time, to be honest, but I think I'm going to give it a go. Got nothing to lose really. Is that chap over there anything yet? I ain't seen him get anything. Lots of little spiders flying about. These little cobwebs flying around and can we get a bite on a worm then? Still got people coming in and out, and still got a few people behind me watching and people to the right watching. But I ain't producing no fish for them, which isn't no good, is it? Normally I can work out a place for this sort of amount of time, but fish really seem to have switched off, didn't they? There weren't really much happening at the beginning, but I started getting a couple of taps and thought, yeah, here we go, we're going to start catching a couple now, and it's gone quiet. Still a bit windy, still got the sun right in my face. It's a nice day to be out. That's one good thing, but I'd rather it be cold and windy and catching fish than nice and warm and relaxing like this and not catching fish. If a chap in a boat watches the video, please let me know what you were going after. Whether you were going for pike on the surface, or rudd, or trout, or etc, etc. Oh, you got a fish. Fish on. He has a fish. So I'd be really interested to know what you were doing. Hopefully we'll be able to see him land it. Can't really see too far away to see what's going on, but it came in fairly quick, whatever it was. Down in that corner is where that fish was. Looks a good spot to anyone, really, doesn't it? So he's had a fish and we in. That's not fair. Got to be our turn now. Don't know if you can see them bubbles coming up in the middle of the water there. Been coming up there all day. Could be fish down there, or it could be just air bubbles off the bottom. Some of the noises you can hear in the background is just the working boatyard by the sounds of things. It's a nice place to be, but it hasn't been that peaceful today. It's been boats in and out, cars in and out. The boatyard's working on whatever it's doing. That's fair enough, isn't it? I want to know what that fish was there that he had, because he's clearly fishing on the surface. A lot of noise going on just around the corner there. boat coming up round the river. Braden Skipper, it's called. Come on, fishy wishies, what's happening? Did drop that one a bit short. I think I'm going to bring it in and give it a recast. Make sure I get it a bit further this time. How we in had a little roach or something, I don't know. That was a better cast. Here in the centre of the river. Let's see what's sitting down there for us. Do it so you can see the person fishing over there down the edge as well as see the edge of the rod, just in case they get a hook up again. You never know, we might get one as well. Seeing a couple of smaller fish topping right over the far bank in front of me at the moment. I haven't known the water to be this quiet before. I've fished a couple of places that have been harder to fish, but normally once you get a bit of feed out there you start getting a few bites. Well, I've been here a fair few hours now. We haven't landed the fish yet. Not even getting like the little taps and stuff on the rod that I was getting before. Really anything else I can try now. I've gone for all the baits that I've got with me. And most of the time these baits would catch on a board, you know. Ooh, we just had a good bite. Just as I moved the camera, I missed it as well anyway. Oh, no way. This was a little fish. Oh, rod went round. What a shame. Took a worm. I was then about to zoom in on the person further down. I'll let you watch them while I get rebaited. Right, let's get back out in the middle of the river. You never know, things might start to happen. Hard work today as it is. I'm not going to sit on a spot where I don't want to be. It's worth just putting some more ground bait in. Probably should have a little bit further because I've got wind in my face now. Cutting me casting slightly, so let's cast a bit harder. That's better. Spot on. Right. This is exactly where I wanted to be. Can we get a bite this time? That we can hook into. Person down there's working all around the edge of the boats and everything. It's the way to do it, isn't it? Just intrigued on what fish are after. They probably want to come down all on my side as well, but I'm obviously casting out into the middle of the river, so I'll have to come round me. Right, let's see if we can get a bite. We're out on the spot. We landed right in amongst where all the ground bait's been going, so we should get a bite. Well, we still ain't had anything. Time's ticking away now. Still got the chap in. Is actually after pike on the surface. I heard him talking to another chap a little while ago. It's a really different way for fishing for them with the fly. It's pretty cool. Got like the little electric outboard on the front just so we can cruise around, and then the big engine for when you want to go back in. It's the way to do it. I haven't had a really quiet day like this for a long time, but it's getting duller and duller as we keep fishing on. Wow, this is unbelievable. It's 3 o'clock. We started fishing just after 10:30, and I still ain't got a fish. Don't get me wrong, it's been a nice day, it's a lovely place to sit, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to catch a few fish, to bring the camera. And that's not happening today at the moment. We've got pike going across in front of us at the moment, so they're obviously taking the smaller fish that are down in front of us. But we ain't got that sort of gear with us. I wish I'd have brought my pike gear, to be honest. At least I could have put dead bait out or had to go with a spinner on that. Once I found out this wasn't happening, or I should be putting dead baits out now anyway, I think, this time of year. So I think I might start bringing the old pike gear even when I'm putting the ledger out, I think. We're going to do some piking obviously over the winter anyway. But I always like to do something just to sort of pass the time and get a few fish while I'm doing one or the other. Still plenty of traffic going around behind me and stuff, up and down the road. People pulling up and having a look round. Got some new people behind us now. I'm out in the middle of the river where I've been fishing most of the day. I have tried some other spots to the right, to the left, close in. I've got double worm on at the moment, nice big bait, so it can be found quite easily. Sun's gone in now, as you can probably see. It's a bit duller now, it's getting a bit chilly. And we've got about an hour and a half left, and it's going to be dark. And I'm not really going to fish in the dark, I don't think, because, well, probably not worth it. Obviously if things pick up as it gets dark, then I'll carry on, but the way it's going at the moment, it's looking like a blank, which is not good. Haven't had one of them for a fair while now, and hopefully we're still not going to. We've still got a little bit of time, but some big old birds flying about, don't know what they are. Yeah, hopefully this rod's still going to go around and we're going to get a few fish, but I'll be happy with just the one now. So that's us, we're sitting there with the rod like that. Still got a flow on the water going down towards the right. As you can probably see, all the leaves and stuff are coming down the river. Sometimes you get much bigger branches and stuff and you get hooked up, but most of the time it's okay. A little bit of weed out there coming along the surface as well, but nothing to worry about really. Doesn't really cause me any hassle all day. It's just a case now, be nice to get that bite. I've had a couple during the day, don't get me wrong, but I haven't had nothing this, you know, oh, I'm going to strike, and that's, yeah, it's definitely a fish. It's just been really hard work. I'm going to give this worm, or I've got 2 worms on there at the moment, probably 10-15 minutes. If I don't get a bite from that, I'm going to go back to corn, see if that produces a bite. And if that don't happen, then I'm not really sure what to do. It's going to be a case of the fish are not really there. Well, not in big numbers anyway. Still got the odd boat coming up and down, as you can see. Double worm don't seem to be doing much for me. You'd think if there's no roach and bream and stuff like that, I think you'd at least get a perch, wouldn't you? That one's off round the corner this time. All the others been turned around all day, but that one's off further down the river. Did wonder why everyone was turning around really, but we'll jump out in the boat at some point and explore this part of the river, see where that all go. Lots of boats turning up now. They're all getting ready to moor up for the night, I reckon. Not many boats stay out there in the dark. Right, starting to run out of time. Gonna get on the double sweet corn now, I think. Right, so let's get this in. Double sweet corn it. Not a single fish. No, not one. There's a swanner literally right in front of me. Let's give him a bit of sweet corn each, shall we? See if he'll take it. got sweet corn. It's the most exciting thing that's happened today so far. We've got some ducks in the background as well. This one's going out and round because my line's there. But I thought I'd just play with the swans for a minute because, well, you know what sort of day it's been. That's all the funny noises about. I'm diving down, seeing what else is down there now. They made some funny old noises. I'm gonna fish in the dark just for a little bit now and see if we can save the blank, really, because it's crazy now. Very, very surprised in how the days panned out. That's how it goes sometimes. I'm trying really hard to stop the blank. I can't even get a bite on just a couple of maggots, so don't really know what else to do. All I can do is just keep sitting here for as long as I can hold on. And hope that rod tip go round. So just had a visit from Jo, her mum's partner and my boy. So, hello, nice to see you. They've just been out for lunch down Potterheim. Thought they'd pop and see me on the way back. Don't blame them, why not? Nice place to come down to. But yeah, fishing wise, unbelievable. I've tried all my little tactics that I normally try, and it's just not happening. It's now starting to get dark, so I'll give it that little bit longer just in case I switch on when it gets dark. But I doubt it. So it's going to be something like 6 hours and no fish. More than that, I reckon, by the time I've packed up and stuff. So yeah, a bit crazy. But if you're not out and not trying, you're not going to catch anything, are you? So I'm literally out every day, whether it's in the boat or with the rods out on the bank somewhere, etc. At the moment, that is. So I'm doing my best to bring you as many videos as I can. But this one's not looking too good. A few people down here walking dogs and they're going mental, as you can probably hear. Right, so I've got to try and save the blank now because it's getting crazy. It's nearly dark. So I'm fishing down there where the white buoy thing is, on the side of the boat. Under the side of that boat. And see if we can get a perch or something down there now. To avoid the blank, it's not good. Done my best, I've tried the whole of that lot there. Right the way across there. Close in down here. Over there. I tried all over the place in this staithe and it's just not happening at the moment. So I'm going to try and save the day by getting something down the side there. We'll fish it right through the dusk till dark and see where we go from there. Yes, so we've gone and done it. Saved the blank. Mr. Perch. No, I know he's not massive or nothing, but I'm just happy we caught a fish. And we'll try and get another one now, shall we? Right, I'll get this one back. Let's see if we can get a couple of bites in the dusk. So you don't see this very often. We've got a boat coming down the river in the dark with its lights on. Nice looking boat as well. Lovely. Here's a little tip for everyone. What I would say is, if you're going to fish in the rivers like this, you got your headlamp on like I have and you're watching the top of your rod, don't do it right down to the edge of the water so you got your light in the water. Put your rods right up in the air like you're out there sea fishing or something like that, and put your light up into the sky sort of thing so you're like this. That will save you scaring off a fish that are close in when you've got a good shoal out there feeding, and you'll catch more fish. It's pitch black now, as you can probably imagine. We bet the blank, so I'm happy about that, but that's, yeah, little perch down the sides. I could have probably float fished and caught a few of them during the day, and probably some little rudd and stuff like that, but we tried for the bigger bream and stuff like that today, and tench and stuff like that, but just didn't happen today. I'm still here at the moment and I'll still carry on for a little bit more, but it's not looking good for the bigger fish. I've certainly done my best. I've done 7+ hours now. It's going to be 8 by the time I pack up and, you know, put stuff in the car. So I've certainly put the effort in. The fish are just not in this part of the river today. You imagine how big the broads are. They can literally be anywhere, can't they? You know, hundreds of miles of water. So we gave it our best shot, and we'll just try for 1 more hour, I think, just into darkness, and see if things kick off, or if, you know, see if things change. If not, I'm going to put the stuff in the car and I'll see you in the car. Spaceship. There's a plane. So, back in the car, as you can see. Been a hard day, really hard day. Hardest session I've had for a long time. We saved the blank, but not exactly worth worrying about too much, was it? Little perch about so big, but it was worth saving the blank. So I put all the effort in I could. I changed all the baits. I changed all different distances. I went to the left, to the right, right over the other side of the far bank, down the side of the boats. Literally fished all over. You name it, I tried it. Changed rigs, etc, etc. There's nothing more I could have done. So I've done my best. We'll give it 9 hours, just over 9 hours, 9 hours 9 minutes. So we'll give it a good old go. Just weren't going to happen today. I thought they might have moved in, which is why I held on and kept baiting and baiting and baiting. No, they certainly haven't moved in today. Can't stay any longer, and I don't think I really want to be honest. It's, you know, it's been one of them sessions that's been really hard. So I'm off home. I've got some editing to do, some thumbnails and stuff like that to make, titles and stuff to sort out, descriptions, all that sort of stuff. I've got a video going up tonight, but that'll be a different night when you see this one. That'll have probably already been out. So I need to go home, have something to eat, get washed up and get on with that sort of stuff, ready to go on the live with everyone later tonight. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging around. I know it was a hard one, hard to watch. I'm glad I found some wildlife and stuff to look at, and some other things to look at, because it's a bit plain otherwise, isn't it? But I'd say I've done my best. So please like, subscribe, share and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you soon in another video, and hopefully we'll be catching more fish. See you soon.